Salutations and welcome into a Tailgaters TW23 special. I'm Troy D'Souza, the host of Tailgaters, and I'm joined by the hosts of This Week in 23 Sports, Thomas Maurer at the end, Andrew Carlson right next to me. This is it, boys. They finally let us have our show. Have we made it or what?
It's a new era for the Missouri Tigers football team as first-year head coach Barry Odom is set to take the reins. And after a mediocre 5-7 season last year, the Tigers are looking to start off strong this year in Morgantown as they take on the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Saints and Panthers. Cam rushes a 2-yard touchdown in to tie the game, completes a 3-touchdown comeback coming back from down 21.5. With 16 seconds left, though, Will Lutz makes a wobbly kick, but just enough to win the game from 51. Panthers fall to the Saints 41-38. Had a good win, 3-1 win over Tennessee. Swept Kentucky, in Lexington. Yeah. Big win over there. Now the momentum's kind of shifting. Got to pull towards Florida, right. And that's the thing. If they can get past them, they're going to win out. They're going to win the SEC. Second quarter, Austin Hooper receives a 19-yard touchdown from Matt Ryan. Falcons go up 14-0. Just to mind you, the largest comeback in Super Bowl history was 10 points. Keep that in mind for later on. Forward Paul Pierce returned to Boston one final time in his playing career Sunday to play against his former team. Pierce, the 10-time All-Star with the Celtics and won the championship in 2008. The Missouri Tiger offense continued to struggle, and they were completely outmatched by this Florida Gator defense, who held Drew Lock to 39 passing yards and also forced 3 turnovers. Welcome back to Tailgaters. Cam, the NFL hosted its annual combine this week. One story that stole the headlines away from the on-field performance was the continuing drama surrounding former Oklahoma running back Joe Mixon. Mixon did not receive an invite from the NFL to attend. Video was released last year of Mixon striking a female student, and Mixon was suspended for the 2014 season, but was the NFL right in their decision to withhold this invite? But then again, now LeBron, obviously, he faces more criticism than most people in the league for pretty much anything he does, but he decides to take a day off. I think he deserves it personally because when you think about it, it's not even just the 82 games. Generally, you count on him going to the finals. That's another like 20 games or so at least. So instead of playing 82,
and the preseason as well.
And then they're playing 95, 100 games instead of 105, 110, whatever. I think it's warranted. Absolutely. And Quinn mentioned it when he mentioned they have $61 million in cap space. So obviously they can afford to pay the man with a good running back situation, upcoming a quarterback in Mariota. Really, they're just missing this kind of big-time receiver. And I think Jeffrey would definitely be able to fill that void. Vanderbilt versus Northwestern in the NCAA round of 32. Vandy's Riley LaChance makes his layup, put the Commodores up 1 with under 20 seconds. All they need is a stop, and instead they foul. Matthew Fisher-Davis doesn't know what the score is, puts Northwestern on the free throw line for a chance to win the game. Northwestern would go on to win that game, 68-66. Just a boneheaded play. He has lots of pull in every different direction. But again, I don't think it's all necessarily just. I think this is definitely part of the reason. You definitely don't want this kind of publicity, bad publicity. We see the same thing with like LeVar Ball. There's been questions with him and his son. This bad publicity following a team, following a player, like that's bad for revenue. It's bad for the fans, bad for everyone. But again, like, I'm not still sold on Colin Kaepernick. I don't think he's starting material. For my partner, Cameron Redler, and our analyst, Kyle Hay, as well as everyone here in the studio, I'm Troy D'Souza. Good night.